What's happening, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Jason. You're watching Backtrack Cinema, your ultimate resource for retro cinema. And yes, I will die on that hill. I am your host, Jason, and I got my buddy Clayton from Ages of Film with me just to run a Q&A for about an hour, guys. I'm gonna do some thank yous and all that. We're gonna have a fun time here, talking some topics and anything you guys want to drop in the chat or watch it after the fact. Put us in the comments so I can answer your questions like I always do. So, Clayton, what's up, man?
Man, it's good to be on the channel. I appreciate you having me on. I always find that YouTube, from my experience, was always funner when you get to kind of do a collab or do it with someone else. So I appreciate you having me on, man.
Yeah, I didn't feel like going solo. I was going to, then I was like, man, you know what? I'd rather bounce off someone tonight. So
yeah, for sure.
So how was your October? I know you've kind of got the channel on hold right now, but how was your October as far as watching movies and stuff?
Yeah, it was good, man. I always look forward to October because of spooky season. I get to bring out the horror content, and you know, being the massive Halloween fan that I am, I always know that that's going to be a staple for me every 31st, every Halloween. Get to watch my boy. But I also I went back to some movies in October that I hadn't seen in a while. I like to think I have a pretty strong memory when it comes to like films. Like I can see a film once and remember it pretty good for a few years, I feel like. But then, you know, I'm sure you probably had this problem as well. When you get to seeing as many movies as we've seen, sometimes you have to go back through that catalog and try to remember a certain film. You're like, okay, wait, was that this film or was that something else that I'm thinking of? And the older you get, the harder it is to remember everything. But yeah,
it is. Yeah, I tried to watch one every day. Wasn't successful. I got the 23.
No.
I got the 23.
Bad.
Yeah. I went through the 4 Evil Dead movies.
Oh, there you go.
I did the original Psycho. I didn't get through Halloween this year, the first one, because I was watching the baseball, and then after that, I put it on. Fell asleep though, and it's kind of one of those things. I'm a Halloween guy during Halloween, so I really like watching that on Halloween. But the kind of mood has left me now. So, but I did watch because I reviewed Halloween 2, so I watched that.
There you go.
Me and the wife watched Halloween 2018. Then we watched Halloween Kills, and I still have not grown to love Halloween Kills, but I do like Big John and Little John a little bit more. I found them annoying the first time I watched it. I didn't find that this time. So
I think they're fun. I think they definitely bring a certain levity to that movie that's, you know, kind of entertaining. I mean, the script is trash. Like no one can defend Kills for having a good script. I just think that I find Halloween Kills one of those movies where if you're going to get enjoyment, it's most likely going to be for Michael and the kills, you know, like, and that's what, you know, what the entertainment I get is because they get Michael right. He's a beast in that movie, and he's got great kills. And you know, I feel like I view that one in a similar way that I feel like a lot of Friday fans view some of the Friday movies, where if Jason is done right and he's got some really great kills, they can kind of forgive or overlook some of the script issues because they get Jason right. I feel like that's kind of my thing with Halloween Kills. Like they get Michael right and he gets some really good kills. So I can kind of overlook some of the script issues with it. But sounds like you still got some Halloween content in.
Yeah, I did. I they usually always go pretty hard in October. So I did that. I did some retrospectives. I did a whole bunch of stuff, guys, on the channel. Then I just went right into Predator month. So I just banged out AVP Requiem. The Predator will be out tomorrow. And then I'm going to see Badlands on Wednesday. So then I'm going to knock that out. And then I'm going to have a ranking. And I think I'll breathe a little bit. And then hopefully I can coast through November here. I want to do Frankenstein too. That comes out Friday on Netflix.
Yeah.
So we're going to actually talk about it. It's one of my notes here. But yeah.
Is your Predator ranking is that going to be just the Predator movies, or are you going to combine it with the Alien movies?
Just Predator. So everyone's aware until I'm done reviewing all the Alien movies. I'm only up to. I did the first 3 Alien movies. I've done AVP, both AVPs now. Now I got to do Resurrection, Prometheus, Covenant, and Romulus, and then I'll put them all together. I'll do another ranking. I'll double dip, as they say. Why not?
There you go. Can't ever go wrong with that.
All right, so yeah, if you're watching after the fact, like, comment, subscribe, all that. Check out. Clayton was last minute guest, guys, so I didn't put his stuff into the description, but he's called Ages of Film. Does some good reviews over there. You'll have a good time. We just had Jack on for the first time last week, I think.
Yeah, I watched that one. That was a fun stream.
Yeah, he's
good.
He's easy to bounce off of, but he's just laid back and really easy to talk.
Easy to talk to. Yeah.
All right, so the first thing I'm going to do, guys, is just do some upcoming stuff here. So next following Monday, I think we're doing a Rocky versus Drago watch party. I've done most of the watch parties for Rocky, so I actually want all of you to come out for this one, because I'm going to dissect all the added scenes while we're watching it and see how I think it fits, if it was a good fit, if it wasn't a good fit, all that. So that's going to be a fun one. I got a Commando watch party coming up for 1985, 40 years. And my buddy Caleb from the Dark Ether Files podcast is joining me, and it's a first time watch for him. And I love getting together with him when he does, because there's a lot of stuff he hasn't seen from the 80s. So I love getting his live reactions of this stuff. So, and he's a huge Predator fan, so I'm surprised he hasn't seen this movie. So that's gonna be a fun one. That's coming. Silver Bullet watch party. I was gonna do this like tomorrow on the full moon, but I got my buddy Matt possibly coming on, so this is coming later in the month too. I got The Tale of Two Johns. I just watched I Like Me, so I thought I'd do a John Candy and John Hughes stream. That's coming with Davey Deathray. We're just gonna talk about how unique John Candy was, how unique John Hughes was. John Hughes was this close of making my top 10 directors when we did it, Clayton. I really love this guy. I think his movies are timeless, and I think he had a certain stamp, and we're just going to dissect it all, man. Just have a lot of fun with that.
Did he do The Great Outdoors? Did he direct that one?
He wrote it and produced it, I think, but he didn't direct it, though. Howard Dutch did, who did, he did another comedy of some kind, I can't remember. And this is a big one. Me and Davey Deathray are doing a triple watch party. November 28th, Friday night, Friday 2, 3, and 4 in a row, to promote a Friday the 13th fan film, Jason Rising 2, which, if you haven't seen Jason Rising, it is really well done Friday the 13th fan film that has Evil Dead vibes. So it's really, really good. You can watch it free on YouTube, directed by James Sweet. So he's me and him talk all the time, and so we just want to get his crowdfunder out there. So we're gonna promote this for him while we watch 3 movies in a row. So that's gonna be a long one there, the end of the month. This is a huge project, guys, for next year. This is gonna be a 10-part documentary series. And anyone who's joining me right now or watching after the fact, I'm gonna kind of dissect this a little bit. I haven't got the full script written out yet for all these episodes. I'm working on it. I'm fleshing it out still, but Still Standing, 50 Years of Rocky, a 10-part series. I'll just run it. So episode 1, it ain't about how hard you hit. This is going to be the philosophy of Rocky, breaking it all down. The Birth of a Fighter will be how Stallone got Rocky made. You know, just the struggles he had to get it made, the inspiration, all that. Episode 3 will be all about Adrian and how vital she is to the franchise. Episode 4, No Easy Way Out, will be about the music of Rocky. Eye of the Tiger will be about the fights of Rocky. No One Fights Alone will be at all the characters that support Rocky are so vital to this franchise too, like the Apollo Creeds, the Paulies, Mickey, you know, all these supporting cast, really.
Yeah.
Villains or victims. We're going to talk about everyone Rocky fought and, you know, how they stood the test of time with this franchise too. The Legacy will be episode 8. Now, Still Standing is an important episode because that I'll be conducting interviews all summer for people who have lived the Rocky life in real life, took inspiration from it, and beat and keep moving, keep punching, all that stuff. I know some people who have some fascinating stories out there. I think you guys are really going to like that episode. Then at the end, we're going to conclude with Going the Distance. So this is a banger, guys. This is going to be a huge project. This is going to take a lot of my time next year. So I want this is going to be released 1 episode per week leading up to December 3rd, the day Rocky came out 50 years ago. So
that's crazy, man. That's awesome. I'm looking forward to that. But dude, you put a lot of thought into that, but that it sounds very interesting. And I think if anyone is even semi a Rocky fan, I think that will pique their interest, man, because that looks pretty solid.
Well, I wanted to actually make a real, like, go to Philadelphia, interview people in their homes, but I just do not have the funds for any of that kind of stuff. So I'm gonna do interviews through StreamYard. And I had a guy, a filmmaker, tell me, an independent filmmaker, because I wanted to do this. He just said, your first one's not going to be the greatest. So it's going to be raw. So you don't want to mix raw kind of beginner amateur stuff with professional stuff. So just do what you can. So I'm going to make this as professional as I can with the editing, but I'm excited. I wanted to do something for 50 years. I just had to do something big.
Yeah.
And so I want to make this this could be a big project. So during my summer, I'm going to be busy putting this together for sure. Oh, and this too, guys. 2026, I'll be doing a Monday night live show called Slash and Talk. So we're going to talk about the first season will be, if it's successful, I'll probably do another season, but the first season will be every week. I'll bring a guest on and do the golden age of slashers. So from 1978 to 1984, I'm going to be talking about a slasher per week. And I haven't figured out the format, but we're going to do it. We're going to do it. So that's basically so upcoming stuff and all that kind of stuff, guys. So let me see here. I just want to move that. So yeah, I just want to give my big thank you to all my audience. Yeah, just thank you for sticking with me, watching, liking. I mean, we had a massive month on the channel, guys. Like, I don't have my numbers exactly, but we got like almost 70 subscribers this month. We got like I don't know, something like 18,000 views or something like that this month. Wow. So we did really good. That's shorts included with that too, guys. So yeah, so big applaud to everyone who watches me.
You're killing it in October, man. You're dropping some great content.
Yeah, it was really, really good. So, don't got questions yet. I see my buddy Matt popped in. He said, congrats, brother. Keep grinding. We got Mr. Gory Tiger. What's up, buddy? He said, what's up? So we're going to talk some topics, but feel free to drop questions. The Q&A is all for you guys. So, let me see here. Gotta do this again. Sorry. Pull up my other slide here. All right. So the first order of business, buddy. Crystal Lake has I haven't really talked about this live yet, guys, but Crystal Lake is done filming. So it's in the editing, I imagine. Brad Caleb Kane's just released The Dairy Show, which it's getting good reviews and stuff like that. So yeah, he's done, and there's some photos here, and I'm digging the atmosphere. This looks like the real camp. It's going to be set in the late '70s or early '80s. I'm hearing, but I love this. I love that they're going back to a really organic feel.
Yeah.
I'll go through this a little bit, Clayton. There's
Yeah.
Linda Cardellini as Mrs. Voorhees. Kind
Okay.
of like that. Pretty raw look, I think. Pretty good
Yeah.
look.
Yeah.
I mean, this is going to be a reimagining, I would imagine.
Okay.
So, you see the old bikes in the background.
Yeah.
You know, you can
I'm
tell
getting,
she's a cook.
yeah, I'm getting 80-ish vibes here.
Yeah.
Yeah. But that camp, that lodge looked pretty good. I like the atmosphere and that for sure. That to me, that lodge looks summer campish. Like when the
Yeah.
summer camps I went to growing up, that's what that's what I think of. So
Yeah, I think this is going to be. I'm more excited about this. Like, I really want this to do well.
yeah,
So, there's 3 Friday the 13th next year, February, March, and November. I don't know, putting 8 episodes together by March, I don't know, I don't know. Do you think that's rushing it? Do you think that would be rushing it a bit?
maybe. I mean, it depends. I think on how long they took to write the script. If they went the route where they wrote the script for the entire franchise together, I don't think it's a bad idea. But if they wrote the script to like episode 1, and then they're gonna write the script for the next part, and they're doing it like that, I don't necessarily think that's a good idea. But I don't know how much time was put into the development of the story or the script, because that can definitely impact how
Well,
good
it changed
comes out.
showrunners. Brad Caleb Kane came in and became the new showrunner. So this has been
Um,
like, we didn't think we were ever going to get this. They got it
yeah,
done. They got it filmed, and it's done. So this is in the bag now, I would think,
yeah,
unless something completely drastic happens. But um, this is a retelling of, I believe that it's going to be Pamela Voorhees' story for the first few episodes. I think Jason maybe a cliffhanger at the end, to
okay,
maybe come out at the end of the show. I don't know, but I
right,
think you have an opportunity. Of all the complaints people have about the original Friday movie, you have a chance to really fix it here
for
and really
sure,
do this right. And like, I just want to see like this woman's psychological breakdown. I want to see that relationship between her and Jason, and I want to see like, the place is called Camp Blood. Let's see why it's called Camp Blood. Like,
right,
let's just see this. Like, I want to see my kills too, but I want to see character. I want finally let's put some
yeah,
character and some lore into Friday the 13th, and let's just like do something really special here. Take what's already
right.
been there that's been kind of all over the place, and really tighten it up and do something really good here. So
Yeah, I think that they could explore kind of the mythos of the curse of the camp, like kind of explore what Crazy Ralph was talking about in the first one, when he's telling them they're all doomed, and you got a death curse.
yeah,
Well, like, this gives you an opportunity to explore that. Why is it cursed? Show us, like, because
yeah,
I think there's a lot you can do there with Pamela and her backstory, her relationship with Jason, her relationship to the camp,
right,
and you could make it. You could go the route, take inspiration from Psycho, and have, like in Psycho, the house was a character in the movie,
yeah,
or the motel was a character in the movie. You could go that route and make the camp, Crystal Lake, a character in the movie, and have there be something haunted about this lake that Jason was kind of born into that hellish nightmare of this
Yeah.
campground, you know?
Yeah, I agree. And like, look at this picture here. Look at the lake, man. Like, this
Yeah,
looks great. The location. I think
it
they
really does.
filmed it. They filmed it on either near or the same camp as the original movie. So,
Oh, really?
it was filmed in New Jersey. Some of this.
Mm.
Originally, it was supposed to be up here in Toronto at
Oh, really? I didn't know
uh,
that.
at a place, but when they changed the showrunners, they changed. The showrunner was Brian Fuller of from Hannibal.
Mhm.
I don't know if you know that show, but I haven't seen it either. But um, I guess I think his budget was a lot bigger, and
Yeah.
he left. He left. I don't usually cover movies, so
Right, right.
but I watch a lot of other channels about this stuff. But basically, I just wanted to get my thoughts out because I haven't really talked about this, and until we get pictures and more a trailer, then I'll have something
Yeah.
to say. I think I'll have a
Yeah,
lot
yeah.
more to say, so I can feel the tone of this thing, what it's going to be.
Right, the
Um,
tone, and you can kinda see you once the trailer comes out, you can also kinda gotta get a feel of the performances and the actors and stuff like that.
right. And Crazy Ralph is in it, buddy, because there is a picture of him
Is
already.
he?
Yeah,
Nice.
yeah, he'll be in it. Same with the two victims at the
Mm,
beginning, Barry and
yep,
Claudette. They've
right.
actually been cast too. So
Okay.
Uh, Matt says, J-Bam, my brother, so excited to see you still going strong and killing it. You too, man. Me and Matt actually started YouTube together. Like,
Nice.
he was like one of my first collaborators, man. Me and Matt go back. Huge Halloween guy, by the way. Clayton,
Nice.
Fachi Cinema likes his Michael Myers. All right, what do I have next? Oh, Predator Badlands. What are your
Mm,
where do you sit as a Predator fan? Like,
yeah.
are you good with this franchise? Do you really like it? And what are your thought or your what do you want to see from this movie?
Man, I for me, I'm a sucker for the original Predator movie. And that's partly because I grew up with the original Predator movie. I saw Predator 2 once as like a teenager, and at the time, it didn't live up to the first one. So I avoided it for a long time, and I didn't really watch any other Predator movies until much later in life. So I watched that first Predator movie so many times. It was just such a awesome, gnarly, gritty, masculine type of movie that I couldn't get enough of it. So I love the original Predator. I think some of the other ones are really good. I don't know that there's any Predator movie that I necessarily hate, because I think part of it is as long as you give me a really good Predator creature, I'm gonna be entertained because I know he's gonna be ruthless. He's gonna get some good kills, and there's gonna be some entertainment involved. So I think for me, for Badlands, as long as I would like to see it kind of go back to the jungle type of atmosphere. I think that the jungle atmosphere in the first one, I thought really enhanced kind of the horror element to it, because you can't really see it. There's so many places for it to hide. It can camouflage so easy into the trees and to the woods. You can
Yeah,
mistake it for being something else that it's not. And you also can't really run. Like, it's not, this is one of the problems I kind of had with Predator 2 is like once you set it in like an urban environment, like now it's the predators on your playing field. Like you know where to go, where to hide, you know what buildings you can go into, safety, places like that. But when you're on its turf, when you're in the jungle, you can't run really from it. Like there's so many
yeah.
things out there that can get you. So and that's one thing I really liked about Prey too, was they kind of took Prey back to like that jungle woodsy type of environment, and I think that adds a lot of good horror layers to it. So, as if they put this in the jungle setting atmosphere, I think there's a number of different ways, things that you can explore. But
Well,
from what I
well, Yeah, it's on a planet. It's all takes place
Okay,
on he gets exiled to a planet where he has
gotcha.
to. So it's I kind of got an Avatar vibe from the
Mm,
like how epic and big, like
right, the
this is going
epicness,
epic and big,
scale.
and I just want to see some. I think I want to see expanding the mythology, seeing stuff we haven't seen before with this character.
Yeah,
He's the
yeah.
first time he's the Predator's a protagonist. I'm already hearing that the director subverts our expectations and does what T2 did, taking a villain
Mm,
and making him someone you're rooting for.
mhm.
Um, and I think that's just I've always wanted to see that in this franchise, and
Yeah,
I just can't believe it's taken this long, but we'll see. We'll see. I'm going Wednesday night, so I'm very excited. I already got my ticket, so
yeah, man, that'll be fun.
uh Sandy Pawaga 7519. I'll just call you Sandy. Says hi brother, what's going on? He goes, what about Terrifier? I like the second one, don't care for the other ones. Personally. I don't know about how you feel, Clayton.
Yeah, I'm more of with the Terrifier movies. I haven't seen the third one. I saw the first two though. I think I'm more of a art fan than I am fan of the actual movies. I love what David Howard Thornton did in his performance. I think he brings a lot of mime-ish, fun personality to art. I think Art's a fun, interesting character, but I don't know that the movies themselves are really my cup of tea. I'm not judging anyone who loves the film. It's obviously that kind of horror film has its fan base and has its following, but you have to be into that sort of thing. And
Yeah.
it's not that I hate the movies, but I think the first one you could kind of tell had suffered from some budget restrictions. But the second one I thought was better. And then I didn't see the third, but from what I've heard from some people, that's actually the best one of the three. So I might have to check that one out.
Yeah, 3 is I think it just pushed some things I just don't want to see.
Yeah,
I thought 2 was playing with this idea of um the final girl as almost like a something out of a fairy tale, like a
yeah,
mythology of also like I just thought like when Art touches her sword, I would have
yeah.
had it burn him like he couldn't touch it.
Mm,
I thought they were gonna go. I thought he was gonna push that further, and I that's what I liked about number 2. I
yeah,
think it maybe goes on a little too long, and she gets. I mean, this is a final girl who gets. She just goes through it, right? That's what I like about that second one. But I don't know. I like that whole final girl, that like ultimate evil against the ultimate good, with her
yeah,
freaking. She's out there doing the freaking Wonder Woman thing. You know what I mean? And
right.
and
Yeah,
I
yeah,
I like that. So I can. I thought it was pretty good. Hey
yeah,
Melissa, I haven't seen you in a long time. How you doing? Just hi there. I'd like to jump on and say hello. I don't get on lives much, but I do check out your videos, especially the Sly stuff. Keep punching Jay. Thank you. Don't worry, we got a Rocky versus Drago watch party coming up. Every November, you guys know I tackle Stallone a little bit. I might do a Rocky tier ranking too in November, guys. I just got to get through this Predator stuff first while it's hot, and I just like to want to get all that done. And she comes back. Also, have you been watching Tulsa King? I'm loving season 3. Sly's great as Dwight. I haven't seen season 2 yet. Only season 1. I just haven't had time to sit down and watch that. I did watch the Ed Gein story though, this
mm,
month on Netflix, and um, great performances, but I don't know, man. That show
pretty dark.
that show just took some leaps and bounds that I don't know, man.
Yeah,
Although
yeah,
there are some cool Psycho Leatherface stuff in it that was really for horror
right.
fans. There's some satisfying stuff in there about the movies being filmed and all that stuff. So I
Yeah,
did like.
they they did a movie about Ed Gein back in the '70s called what was it called? They did, I forget my mind's drawing a blank right now. But they did a movie, a horror movie about him in the 70s that was semi decent, but yeah, I've heard mixed things on the TV show. I'm not in any hurry to see it. I'm not really a TV show guy personally. I'm much more into film, just because I prefer to watch a full story in 2 hours rather than having to go back to multiple episodes to get the full story. Some people like that way better. But I only have so many hours in a day with
I
work
hear
and
you.
everything and movies that I'm already
That's
watching that I already don't have that much time to sit through a whole TV show, really.
that's what I love about Flanagan. They're like 8 episodes and he's done. He does one season
Yeah.
stuff. That's
Yeah.
what I really like about it. But there are some shows I would highly recommend out there for people who have the time. But I get it.
Mhm.
I get it. You know what I mean? It takes a lot of time
Yeah.
sometimes. Hey Antonis, what's going on, buddy? He said, hey Jason, what's up, man? How you doing? Like your little Phantasm logo there. It's
Yeah.
cool.
I was gonna say, yeah, it's got the tall man representing. I like it.
All right. So this Friday, Frankenstein comes
Mhm.
out on Netflix. Um, damn, this is top 10 anticipated movies for me.
Mm.
This movie here, I'm a huge Frankenstein guy. I think this
Yeah.
is going more loyal to the novel. I'm more of a film Frankenstein guy. I did read an overview of the novel though, today, like what it's really about, and I was
Mhm.
like, oh man, I think if they're going true to the novel, I like that because I read that um, the Boris Karloff movie is more a simplified version of the book, from what
Mm.
I understand. Playing with the same kind of themes, but I guess in the book, Victor Frankenstein kind of abandons Frankenstein, the monster, and
Yeah.
this kind of like pisses the monster off, and then and so it has those same themes of being an outcast and
Yeah.
nature versus nurture, and this guy playing God and all that. So I'm excited. I hope I love this thing, man. I really do.
Yeah.
Um, the style looks. I think the styles. I think I'll love the visuals. It's just like I just hope I really love the story. So, what do you think? You a big Frankenstein guy?
Yeah, I mean, of the original Universal monster movies, I was always Wolfman guy.
Yep.
I'm a big werewolf fan. You know that. But Frankenstein was number two. He was behind Wolfman for me. I think that, I'll say this: I think it has the best script of those original Universal monster movies. I think it's the best written. I think it's the most layered. There's a lot of layers to the story that provide uh, multiple kinds of narrative meaning in it.
Right.
And that's what I really like about it. And I thought, I mean, the makeup still looks good on Boris Karloff, and that original Frankenstein movie still holds up. It's still really enjoyable. And I am excited about this. I'm not the biggest Guillermo del Toro fan, but this one, it looks, from everything I've seen and read, it looks good. And I think the reason I'm excited for this is because I think Guillermo del Toro is a true fan of the character of the novel and of the original movie. And when you have someone that's passionate and is actually a true fan of the source that they're tackling, they put their heart and soul in it, and you can see it in the
Yeah.
film. So I think we'll get. I think this will be pretty good.
Yeah. I hope so. I'm ready, man. I mean, what
Yeah.
a week this week, man. Going to see
Oh, I know.
Badlands, Frankenstein coming out. Like, what a November this is going to be.
Right.
So
Yeah, I'll definitely be checking this one out on opening night on Netflix for sure. I'm gonna have my popcorn right there.
Yeah, me
my
too.
little drink. Yeah, I'm gonna be turning up the volume. Yeah, I'm ready for that one, man. That's and I like that they're doing a number of these, bringing these universal monsters back. We were kind of talking about that in our group chat. Like, they did Nosferatu last year. They did Wolfman this year.
Yeah,
They're doing Frankenstein now. They did Invisible Man a few years ago.
that was
Uh,
good. I like that one. I like that one.
yeah, that one was really good. I thought both the original and the remake were really good for the Invisible Man. I don't know if they have anything in the works for a Dracula movie, but I
Um,
do like that we're getting these standalones.
I'm not sure. I'm not sure if they do or not, but I'm glad. And it's nice to see that they're not connected though. Like we
Yes.
don't need it. We don't need a Marvel universe for freaking
No.
everything. Like I'm glad
No.
they're all separate visions. They all look different, and we
Right.
can just go into them with one movie and go, that was pretty good, right? And
Yeah.
I was what did you like the Wolfman or Wolfman? Did you like it?
I did. I actually I love that movie. People think that some of my friends think that it's just because I'm a werewolf fanatic, but I don't like every werewolf movie. Just because I love werewolves doesn't mean I love every werewolf movie. But that movie, I actually was a big fan of because they went a different route. They didn't go in. I didn't want it to be predictable. I didn't want it. I didn't want to go into it already knowing, okay, I know where this plot's going to go. I know this character is going to do that. That character is going to do this. And I didn't. Like they went a different route than I was expecting. And I like that. I like that they kept things grounded and they didn't give you a traditional werewolf look in the makeup, but they still made it look beast like. And
Yeah.
that's what I wanted. Like they still it still resembled a beast like animal wolf creature. You don't have to do the Lon Chaney stuff every time.
Yeah.
So I
Yeah. I
liked
like
it.
Yeah. Yeah, it's true. I liked it. I don't
Yeah,
find myself wanting to return to it. I don't like rewatchability is huge for me.
sure.
And
Yeah.
sometimes I'm just like I'm like I don't find myself returning to that. I probably will eventually, but
Mhm.
I started watching the Wolfman remake though from 2010, and I was really enjoying that one. I think that one's
I
a little
love
underrated.
that one. Yeah, that's like top five werewolf movie for me.
Kalel Daly says this is our Superman fan. He says congrats on your anniversary. Thanks, man. We got Mika and Kira from Double Feature Podcast. Congrats on 3 years, Jason. Thanks, girls. We just had them on for what we watched during the month of October stream. That was a good one.
Nice.
We call them the twins. See, hey twins.
That's the wins.
He said, "Hey Cal, yeah, that's awesome." All right, I want to talk about uh this movie coming out. I play Rocky.
Mm,
It's a biopic on how Stallone got Rocky made about Sylvester Stallone's life. This is the guy playing. I forget his name. This is the guy playing Sylvester Stallone, and he's got the dog here. This looks great, man. I mean,
yeah.
you're not gonna get a better like his body type too. Look at that. It looks just like
Yeah.
Stallone.
I was gonna
Um,
say it looks just like him.
um, I got some pictures here to show you. So this is Steve James. He's gonna be playing Carl
Mm,
Weathers, and he'll be playing like Carl Weathers. This is a biopic on how the movie was. So I think that's
gotcha.
a pretty good casting. We got
Yeah.
Kiki Cito joins as Talia Shire. So
Mm,
and we got the guy playing Mickey is Robert Morgan as Burgess Meredith. I think that is just great casting right
yeah.
there. I mean,
Yeah.
um, I don't know if you know this, Clayton, but this is the guy who did Dumb and Dumber and Green Book. Um, Farrelly Brothers. One of the Farrelly guys is doing this.
Yeah. Oh, okay. I didn't know
So
that.
it's being shot right now. We also have Matt Dillon is playing Stallone's father, Frank Stallone Sr. And if you see Frank Stallone in real life pictures, this is actually really good casting. Um,
Okay.
so it's all being filmed in New York right now. With they had Matt Dillon walking down the street and everything like that, and
Huh.
so Yeah, this is going to be neat. I really hope it's authentic, and I'm just hoping it's a really good depiction of this. I hope they
Yeah.
don't take too many leaps and bounds. Like, I hope it's Stallone approved. Like, yeah, that you could watch this, and that's pretty much what happened. I pretty much know the story anyway, but
Yeah,
um,
I was gonna say, how much involvement does Stallone have in this?
at best, maybe a consultant, but
Okay,
um,
interesting.
we'll see. Well, I mean, we'll see. I mean,
Yeah,
it's looking good for casting wise anyway.
yeah,
And I think a lot of us know, Rocky fans. We know the details how he
right.
went and saw the Chuck Webster fight in him and Muhammad Ali and other stuff. How
Mhm.
broke he was. It's called I Play Rocky because he would not know you're not getting the script unless I get to play him. So clearly
Yeah,
that's going to be in there. Um, so yeah, Kalel says they took Rocky away from him and said loophole, make a movie about Rocky making Rocky. Yeah, he had to sell it to be in it, and that's why he
mm,
doesn't own. Like they could do anything without Stallone now and say no, you're not going to be a
right,
part of it anymore. But I mean that would just be dumb because he is the franchise. Let's be honest.
right.
Melissa said I'm excited about I Play Rocky, but I'm apprehensive too. Yeah, well, it's the same guy who played Al Pacino in The Godfather TV show that come out about how
Mm,
they made The Godfather. It's the same actor. Melissa says biopics are hard, and playing a famous person is even harder. Sly is so unique both in looks, voice, mannerisms. Yeah, he's not gonna be easy to play, but you know what?
no,
I said the same thing about Freddie Mercury, but the guy did a great job playing Freddie Mercury. So
he nailed it.
Um, yeah, for sure. I got another question for you, for movie news. What do you think
Yeah,
about Ty West doing A Christmas Carol? Johnny Depp's playing Scrooge. We know that so far. He's been cast.
I like that casting. I think Johnny Depp's a beast. I think he's a very method in the sense that he's very, I don't know that if he would classify himself as method actor, but he has method style to his acting in the sense that he really kind of becomes the character that he's playing, whether that's Pirates of the Caribbean,
Mhm.
or seeing him in something playing like Mad Hatter and Alice in Wonderland, Sweeney Todd. I mean, the guy just morphs into his characters. Black Mass. I don't know if you saw Black Mass, but what a
Yeah, I love.
incredible performance
He
in
was
that
so
one.
intense. I've never
He
seen Johnny
was.
Depp. I've never seen Johnny Depp so intimidating and so
No,
frightening.
I agree.
That was. I think that's an underrated performance. Actually, no one
Yes.
talks about that one. Like,
Yeah, Whitey
uh,
Bulger, man, he became that guy. So I like the cast. I think that can definitely go
yeah.
there, and pull that off.
I'm re- I'm really curious of what the like. This is a horror director, and so I think when
Yeah,
Jacob Marley shows up, I think he's going to do some incredible, like haunted house, maybe
yeah, yeah,
atmospheric stuff. I'm just wondering is like he is how much is he sticking to the source material, or is this going to be
right.
a complete reimagining? Like because it's one of my favorite stories of all time.
Yeah,
I love this story. I love the 1951 Alistair Sim version. I watch it
mm,
every year, and I think we're in good hands with Ty West and with Johnny Depp. Is again until you see a trailer or
yeah.
what this is going to be, it's really hard to imagine what
Yeah,
it's going to be.
I mean, he could also go the route that Kubrick did with The Shining, where he goes different than the book. He might see something in the story that a different story he wants to tell from the original material, and kind of go different direction, which I would be, because I think the story of A Christmas Carol and the character of Scrooge and everything that happens there, I think you could go a horror route with that, and getting a horror director like Ty West, maybe that's the way to go. Do something different, do something fresh. make it like a Christmas horror type of thing, like Krampus or Silent Night, Deadly Night, or some of these other Christmas horror movies. You could go that route. You could go true to the source material and just kind of let a horror director flex his range a little bit and show us what else he's
Right.
capable of doing. So
Yeah, I'm excited. I know this is Robert Eggers' next project after his werewolf film. He's doing one
yeah,
too. Now,
yeah,
visually, I don't have a lot of faith in him anymore with me. Like I know the visuals be outstanding, but I'm
yeah,
like, what kind of stuff are you gonna do with the story? You know what I mean? But I don't know.
right.
I did like the Northman, by the way, so I'm not shitting on this guy.
Northman was awesome.
The Northman, I think, is still my favorite of his.
I think
Well,
that I'm personally, I am excited for his werewolf movie because I think Eggers, I think he can do a werewolf movie better than a vampire movie because typically with a werewolf movie, you don't necessarily need a deep story there because it's a lot more vicious. So you can explore the kind of the darker, bloodier, grittier
yeah,
side. But
yeah. He might. It may just be about the experience of turning and
yeah,
how
true.
excruciating that's going to be and all that. Like I just let me just get to this question really quick. The Alistair Sim version is my favorite too. Yeah, it's amazing. Just been watching it forever. I think with I just watched the original Wolfman for the first time because I'm
Mhm.
going through these Universal getting set up for a ranking, so I got to watch
Yeah,
all this stuff. And there was just something very poetic and tragic about it all because
yeah,
you get this confident guy in Lon Chaney Jr. Confident guy. He wants to date this girl. He wants to take her out. He's trying to, and all that stuff. He's so
yeah,
confident. He's like the top of the world. Doesn't really believe what's happening to him at first, and then slowly starts settling in. And then
right.
I love that poetry about like that
Yeah,
poetic line there about even when a man says his prayers at night, and when the wolf
and
bane blooms and everything like
yeah,
that, I don't know exactly what they said, but it's so poetic but it's so tragic. That's the thing with the wolf man.
yeah.
It's
It's a
literally a
tragedy.
curse. It's a tragedy. It's a curse, right? And
Yeah,
yeah, I mean, I really like the story of that one.
yeah.
That was really
I do
good.
too. To me, it gets me the most emotionally because it is a tragedy. Lawrence comes home to help his father mourn over his brother's death. Little does he know that he's coming back only to seal his own fate ultimately, and just the fact that his father is essentially is going to lose both of his sons,
Yeah,
in a short span of time, and is going to have to be the one to kill the one of his two boys. So and the thing was, like, Lawrence wasn't a bad guy. It's just like he's
mm,
the guy that, he has a crush on this girl. But he gets corrupted, unfortunately. The evil takes him. And it's a tragedy, and that you feel for that character, and that's why I think that emotional effect is there, because the Wolfman ultimately could be anybody. Like the poem says, even a man who's pure in heart and says his
that's
prayers
it.
at night may become a
Yeah,
wolf when the wolf bane blooms and the autumn moon is bright.
yeah, that's love it. I mean, I when I was watching that, I was going, man, that's good. I like that. I really like
Yeah,
that. Whereas the remake kind of switched things up with the
they did. They
father.
went a different route.
Yeah, there's a whole backstory there with the father and all
Yeah,
that, and I did like that.
yeah,
It'd be interesting if they haven't done it already anyway, where someone who actually, you know, loves the power of the werewolf, like feels its power and actually
so
wants it. You know what I mean?
yeah. So when you're watching the Wolfman remake, are you watching the theatrical or the unrated version?
I'm not sure. I'm not sure if I have it.
Okay.
I have the movie. I'm not sure if I have the unrated part though. I think I do.
The unrated is like an
Yeah.
extra 20 minutes.
Well,
And
because yeah, Anthony Hopkins did like he kind of liked the
yes,
like he would
like
lock himself up at night, right?
yeah, yeah, and he was even willing to kill his own son in that one. So he's like
Yeah,
the exact opposite of Lawrence's father in the original.
yeah, you're right. You're
Uh,
right. I haven't seen it in a while. I actually fell asleep watching it this time.
gotcha.
I saw it at the theater years ago, but
Yeah.
I want to rewatch that one for sure.
Well, I saw it in the theaters and when it came out, and then when it was released on DVD, I bought the unrated version, and that's when I saw that, and that was like an extra 20 minutes. It's a lot bloodier and was a lot quite a bit gory. I mean, with some of the kills, they get pretty gnarly. But I liked. To me, that's a really good way to do a remake. You're still telling. You're still taking the characters, but you're telling the story in a different way that's new. You're not just copying pasting from the original.
Yeah,
But you're still bringing the characters over and exploring a different side of those characters. And I just thought it was a really good way to do a
yeah,
remake, really well casted. Benicio del Toro, Anthony Hopkins, Emily Blunt,
yeah,
Hugo Weaving. You know,
yeah.
I love the cast, and I love the tone and the kills. I'm a big fan
And
of
Rick
that remake.
and Rick Baker, man, didn't he
Yeah,
do
and Rick
the
Baker. Yeah,
he did the
he
makeup,
did.
right? So
He
why
did.
not bring the guy who did American Werewolf
Right.
that must
That's
have been
right.
just that must have been on cloud nine for him. Like,
Oh
wow,
yeah.
I get because
Yeah.
they were going for that original look. They were
Right.
going for like an upgraded version of it all,
Yeah.
right? And yeah, for sure. Mika says a very tragic story. Yeah, it
Yeah.
absolutely is, man. That's the thing with these I've noticed so far with these going back to these classic movies.
Mhm.
Frankenstein is a tragic story. Well, I don't know if it's not it's tragic in the sense that it makes us look in the mirror and go, wow, you know,
Yeah.
we shun people all the time who are different, and Frankenstein's this outcast kind of thing. That's what I love really, and that resonates with me about the story. Same
Yeah.
with whereas Dracula is just a tale of seduction.
Yeah.
Like that's a complete tale of seduction. The
Yeah.
Wolfman is a tragic story, and
Tragedy.
I don't know, they all have their own little
Right.
thing to them.
Yeah. No, I agree. I think Frankenstein's an exploitative type of story. It kind of exploits the dangers of science and the dangerous parts of being of going too far with science, and is kind of a wake up call to look. Sometimes our pursuit of science or anything can have negative consequences if we don't keep ourselves in check, and if we lose our humanity, and in the pursuit of science, we become monsters like the
Yeah,
Frankenstein monster. So yeah, I think that's kind of an exploitative type of story. Wolfman's a tragedy. Dracula's seductive. I actually think the original Invisible Man has some good narrative meaning to it. So yeah, a lot of those, some of those movies back in the day, man, really well written.
yeah. I'm almost done Bride of Frankenstein. I still like the original more. I just got
Me
the
too.
end to watch. I just got the end to watch, but man, was I'm watching Bride of Frankenstein. I'm going, oh, let me see. So Frankenstein escapes from the fire, and then he's got the mob after him. I go, where am
Mhm.
I resonating with this? I'm thinking Halloween Kills. I'm going, holy crap! They try to obviously Frankenstein executes it much better, but
Right.
um, the mob mentality came from Frankenstein.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I was just thinking,
It
this
really
is
did.
reminding me of Halloween Kills, where the guy falls into the just like the
Yeah. The
fireman falling
fire.
into. You can't tell me that wasn't intentional.
No.
David
Yeah.
Gordon Green, he must have been tapping into that.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Um, but I just got the end to watch. I'm at the part where they resurrect the bride, and I'm
Mhm.
like, this is the end of the movie. Why wasn't I was expecting her to be like in the whole movie,
Yeah.
the bride.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
That was I think one of my issues with it is it kind of feels like false advertising in a sense where it's called Bride of Frankenstein, yet she's only in really like the last 5 minutes of the movie. But I do like Bride. I think it's got some good narrative to it as well. But it's not, in my opinion, it's not as good as the original.
Yeah, I think I gave it a 5 out of 5. The original Frankenstein, I love it.
Yeah.
It's my favorite. Unless one of these movies really wows me, like the ones I'm going through, like Invisible Man. I got to do. I have seen Creature from the Black Lagoon. I'm gonna
Okay.
rewatch it, but that one's really good too.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh,
And
yeah.
yeah, I got a whole box set. The box set I've been going through, so they're fun, man. Like
They are.
I like going back to classic cinema and just saying, "Wow, look what this did for this to happen, and look what that
Yeah.
movie did for this to happen." And you just see the chain
Right.
of it going. Then I mean, you have between Frankenstein and Psycho is about 28 years. You got about
40
20.
or 31 to 60.
Yeah, you got about 28, 29
Yeah.
years.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Um, and you just realize, wow, that things advance quite rapidly. For
Yeah.
sure.
Well,
So,
I
yeah,
also like going back to those originals just because you can see how the progression of cinema since then, but also
right.
it's a good reminder that productions and sets can actually be built, and that makeup and practical effects can actually be done. You don't have to CGI everything. Like a lot of those sets, Dracula's castle, Frankenstein's laboratory, those were actual sets. Like they built
Yeah,
stuff back then. The makeup, like they didn't just CGI someone's face. Like that was actually, they took the time to make actors look the part, and it's something I just appreciate with old cinema like that. The fact that they were intuitive, and that they were innovative, and they actually put in the time and the labor to open up that creative envelope and explore different things, because they set the precedent for makeup and production and stuff. They showed later filmmakers what can be done. They kind of laid the groundwork
right.
there. So I really like some of those old films.
Yeah, I really do. I actually got a 50, like it's a 50 movie set.
Hmm.
It's on a few discs, and it's just these old black and white horror movies. One
Yeah,
day I will go through it,
go through each
one
one.
day, one day when I and do some classic cinema reviews. But yeah,
Yeah.
it's very cool stuff, man. I like the evolution of
Oh
the
yeah.
horror genre, and this is the evolution of film, really,
Right.
as a whole. So yeah, it's really good stuff. But yeah, guys, that's pretty much our hour is almost up. If you have any last minute questions, I certainly will answer them for you. And 3 years doing the channel now, this channel anyway, 5 years on YouTube actually. So I have all of you to thank. I was getting like 135 shares and ton of views. You guys are, you're sticking around longer on the videos. So I appreciate it, man. Everyone who's supporting me and all that by watching. Just every time you put a like on a video, it helps a lot, man. It really does.
Yeah.
So I appreciate you all for doing that. It's awesome.
Well,
And
you've come a long way, man. You've done a great job with your channel. You put your time and your hard work into it, and it's paid off. You deserve 100% of the success and the subscribers you've gotten, man. So I'm a big fan of your channel, and I've just been loving what you've been doing, man. So yeah, keep what's well deserved, and just keep grinding and keep putting out the great content, man.
I certainly will. I certainly will. And again, if you guys missed the beginning, um, we're gonna be doing some Predator stuff, and once that's done, be I'm gonna kind of go through the reviews really loose and casual and do I got a lot of series that I just didn't finish, like Nightmare on Elm Street, Friday the 13th, Die Hard, Lethal Weapon. I want to try and finish all these series, do rankings for them, and then because I did that a lot, I would start something and then go on to something else, kind of. So that's what the future really is, and I'm going to be doing a lot of movie anniversaries too. I want to try and do one of these at the beginning of each month for you guys, just to do a nice recap, let you know what's
coming
what's coming up, how the channel was doing, all that. You follow me on Instagram. I'm popping out reels all the time there, and my YouTube shorts. I'm just taking old content and just trying to get traffic to it for you guys. So just more entertainment. So, Mika says, "I'd love the retrospective, Jason. As we say, your editing is top notch. Thank you. Yeah, I like the edit. I like putting something together. It's fun. Really loved your one on Silver Bullet. Yeah, that was a good one, man. That editing to really come together on that one. I really liked how that turned out. I'm gonna try and do ladies one for Back to the Future because it's 1985. It's 40 years. I want to do it before the end of the year. So that, and I want to get a big top 40 1985 movies ranking done for the 40th anniversary of that year. So we're gonna try and get that done before the end of the year because I don't really do top 20 of last like of the end of the year because I don't see enough new movies. I've only seen 12 movies this year so far, so it's
more than
really
me.
It's not. It's really not my thing, really. And so so I'm just gonna. What I like to do is just go back to a certain year that has a real special anniversary, and pop a huge. I did a big tier ranking last year of 1984. So yeah. So I'm gonna say goodnight to everyone. Thank you so much, guys. So much more coming. And I'm gonna have my breaks here and there, but I won't be away too long, that's for sure. I'm never away too long. Because that would be awesome, Jason. Yeah, sure will. Back to the Future. Love that movie, man.
Yeah, great film.
All right, everyone. I'll see you later. Thank you, Clayton, for coming on and all that stuff.
And
everyone, take care, and I'll see you in the movies.
Later.
Cheers.